boxing family? Boxing First Vlog. We back in the building. Hit you with another one too. Came to tap in with you about the WBC convention. Couple issues that I came across my desk. Shout out to the plug, L Dub, pointing these things out and making me think about it and just kind of look at it from a different angle. And you know how we do at this channel, man. We don't never go straight down the middle when we analyzing these boxing topics. That being said, let's tap into the Dillian Whyte, Jose Sulaiman, him turning down Dillian Whyte for his mandatory position, something that he's been holding since 2012. So originally they awarded him the #1 contender situation. Then here recently, you know, we got Fury, got the thing going on with Deontay Wilder. Had to get that ironed out. Okay, now that's ironed out. Some months have passed. There's nothing in the works to get something going for that belt right now. So what is it that they have on the back burner? They already have something developed with probably going after the winner of AJ and Usyk. But even though if Usyk wins that fight, does that fight really do a bag? Even though it's sort of a unification, I do believe that would be a undisputed, unified situation. That being said, man, I find it interesting that Tyson Fury hasn't chimed in. This is a dude that always has a lot to say. This is a dude that's very boisterous about just life in general. Now, this situation is concerning you, your title. Now, if you were the champ and you want to defend your title against a guy, I'm sure you could step to the organization and speak to them. Say, yo, let's make that fight happen, man. Let's get rid of this arbitrator. And who is this arbitrator? Why are you taking so long to make a decision? This doesn't make any sense to a layman like myself, bro. I understand as an arbitrator, you have to hash over both sides of a particular complaint, a particular issue. How long does that take, bro? Like, seriously, bro. Like, what are you doing? So, to the arbitrator, you get the thumbs down, pimp, and I'm going to keep that respectful because it don't take that long to arbitrate a boxing situation, bro. This is not life and death. This is not, you know what I mean, a moral thing or anything like that. It's just whether a fight should go down or not. You know what I mean? It's, what is the battle? This is not how did we get here sort of ironing out. Like, you're not trying to figure out what came first, the chicken or the egg, bro. Like, so to the arbitrator, again, man, you getting a thumbs down, bro. We don't got no respect for what you doing with that situation. Just like I ain't had no respect for the arbitrator in the Wilder situation. So, again, Fury finding himself standing behind an arbitrator. Now he's standing behind the WBC instead of representing them as their champion. Like, this, I'm just confused about his position on this whole thing. Second topic I wanted to tap in on, again, concerning the WBC. But it was something that was presented to them, not something that they got control of, or they do in a way. Terence Crawford's camp asked to be a mandatory. I find that interesting that they did it in such a public way. You know, that conference was being taped. I'm sure the public had some eyes on it. Media had eyes on it. So, again, that to me was a public way to ask for that fight. When I guess the teams have talked to each other or tried to talk to each other, nothing could come about. So here we got another boxer having to play these boxing games. Okay, I can't talk directly to the fighter and get a sit down, his manager, my manager, blah, blah, blah. Now we got to go to these organizations and we got to do this roundabout. And this is, I mean, it's terrible, bro. That would be an excellent fight. This is a guy that everybody's calling pound for pound, things like that. Why wouldn't Spence and them want that fight? Is it the risk and the reward don't equate? And I think that's what they looking at. And if you listen to Jose Sulaiman's response, he didn't say yes. He did not say yes. Yo, that looks like that's something that should be definitely we're thinking about doing. But he said, let's wait till after the fight. So as if before the fight, he wasn't the #1 contender. There's nobody in PBC that I think they have ranked that high. So outside of Sean Porter, he's getting ready to fight Sean Porter. So if he beats Sean Porter, should he not be taking Sean Porter's slot in the WBC rankings? I mean, it's just confusing how they playing these boxing games, man. I mean, I guess it gives us something to talk about, but it also gives us something to be upset about, man. We just want to see the schedule. We want to see these big fights made. We're paying fans. You know what I mean? We're interactive with the game. So I see a lot of these other sports treat their fans a little bit respect, man. I think boxing fans is low on the totem pole when it comes to getting respect by the boxing overheads and the boxing overseers, so to speak. And I don't mean that in no control way. I just mean that in they just they just not doing what it do all the time or good enough for the fans, man. Like, you got to take care of the people that are taking care of you. If don't nobody come to these fights, if these fights ain't telecast and watched, then you guys at the WBC ain't making no money. These boxers ain't making no money. So at what point will y'all start paying back homage to the fans by not putting these big fights off for so long, by going through all of this red tape and yellow tape or whatever color tape you want to call it, bro? This is just ridiculous. At some point it has to come to an end. Anyway, man, I just wanted to chop with you real quick and give you my 1-2 on those particular topics that I seen from that conference yesterday. Anyway, man, I'm hoping y'all liking the work that's coming through on the channel. You know what we doing with G5 and the crew on that Goodfellas podcast. So stay rocking with us, man. And again, as always, I appreciate the support. I'm out.